Hey everybody, welcome to this live training. We're super excited to have you here. We're going to be covering a lot of content here tonight on how to build your own e-commerce business. Now, in my opinion, you're in the very right place at the right time. As you know, we've been through a crazy experience over the past year that still continues to this day, which has created a ton of opportunity in e-commerce. And we're going to share some of those stats with you, what the market looks like right now, how you get started from scratch, and a ton more tonight. So thank you very much for joining us. As you know, what we're going to be talking about here is how to build your own e-commerce business using Amazon as a launching platform. We've been fortunate enough to be able to partner with Damon John on this promotion. So maybe you found about this from us. You may be on our email list. Maybe you visited amazing.com before, or maybe you've been following him on Instagram. I did an Instagram live with him a couple days ago. So hopefully you got to check that out. If not, you can go check it out later. Should be on his account, my account, or maybe you've been on his email list. So super excited to have you here. Maybe this is the first time you're learning about this business, or you already have been sort of digging into the Amazon space or digging into e-commerce, trying to figure out how you start one of these businesses. No matter where you've been, we're going to show you how this process works as quickly as possible. Then we're going to be doing a live Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions, make sure you answer those here, because this is going to be your chance to talk with me, ask these questions to me, who I've been, doing e-commerce, selling on Amazon. I'll talk a little bit about my background. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on there, but I've been doing this stuff since about 2009. I also have another person with me here who I'm going to be introducing, who's been doing this stuff for a long time too, and runs some very successful groups that sell a ton on Amazon. And so you are in the right place to learn how this business works. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I do have a special message to play from the one and only Damon John. So let me see if I can get this going for you all. And here we go.
What's up? It's the People Shark here, Damon John, and thank you so much for joining tonight. And thanks to the entire amazing team for making this happen. Now, I have worked with Matt and the amazing team for quite some time now, and you know I am a big believer in continuing to educate yourself. So when I learned about their courses and what they were doing, I knew I wanted to be involved. You know I already love hosting webinars just like this and giving you the tools that you need to take control of your own success. So I am glad that you took action and made the decision to join us tonight. There is never a perfect time to start a business. It's all about taking steps to invest in yourself. So here's the deal. Traditional retail is dead. The biggest problem new brands face is how they're going to get exposure, which is what traditional retail used to do for those people who need exposure. But new business owners today have to find ways to speak directly to their customers. Well, here's the good news. Amazon allows small business owners like you to talk and sell directly to your customers. Last year, Amazon reported $386 billion in sales, and that's a $100 billion increase more than the year they did before. Amazon sellers are profiting like crazy. There's no middleman or retail experience needed anymore to make a sale. And there are no huge startup costs because you are leveraging OPM to build your business. And that's why we're here tonight. We are going to show you exactly how to get started on Amazon, including how to pick your first product, how to get it to market, and how to build a 7-figure sales engine in just 1 hour a day. Trust me, you're going to want to stay until the end. We are doing a couple of giveaways tonight too. In the next 90 minutes, one lucky winner is going to get $1,000 to put towards your business, and 100 people are going to win a copy of my new book, Power Shift. All right, team, take it away.
All right, everybody. So to kick things off, kind of want to show you the big picture. So this is US e-commerce sales from 2019 to 2020. The blue is 2019, the green is 2020. So in 1 year difference, e-commerce sales jumped up 44% in one single year, which is absolutely crazy. But here's the thing that you may not understand is that online retail, as much as we all buy stuff online and we think that it's become the dominant force in retail, it's still just a small part of total retail. It's still in its infancy, which is crazy because we've all been shopping online forever. Amazon's gotten super big. It's still only 1 out of every $5 spent on anything in the US is spent online. But we all know it's only going one direction. So the last thing you want to think right now is, oh, I'm too late, or oh, it's too competitive, because you're still getting in before this thing's even become the majority of sales at all. So you're still in a great position. So a few things to ask yourself. If you want financial freedom to not have to work for somebody else, extra money to improve your lifestyle, to feel financially secure and independent, and to provide those for those that you care about, that's all great. But where are you going to get started? And that's what we're here for to talk about tonight. So I want you to meet somebody real quick. So this is Anna. So she had a job at an IT department at a college in Colorado. She had tried real estate investing, drop shipping. If you heard about drop shipping, it's somewhat similar, but you don't own the brand and you have way lower profit margins, and it's not what I recommend. That's how I actually got started. So she had tried all that stuff, in case you've heard about that. And she ended up she had a full-time job, a nice paying job. She could only spend a few hours a week building her business, following what you're learning in this training. After 4 months, her business did $10,000. After 9 months, her business was doing $100,000 a month. Now, as you can imagine, she's way more confident about her finances because she's not dependent on her job for income or wealth anymore. This is a screenshot that she sent us from a single month with over $400,000 in sales. This is just towards the end of last year. Now, who am I? I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, but it helps to have context for where this information is coming from. So I'm the CEO of Amazing. I started right where you're at in 2009. I just wanted to build a business. I came out of college, worked at an investment bank for a short period of time when the financial crisis was happening and the whole world was falling apart. I wanted to start a business, so I jumped into e-commerce. I was able to build that business to about $2 million in sales in 2 years, which sounds great, but there was no profit. So that's when I really dug in, went to all the conferences, read all the books, lots of trial and error, lots of heartache and failure and sweat and tears and all that. And I discovered the secrets to generating cash flow in an e-commerce business, which isn't as obvious as it sounds. Since then, I started teaching other people like Anna, and hopefully like you today, back in 2012. Since then, have had about 35,000 students, lots of millionaires created, and have sold over $200 million online. This is me with Richard Branson. He spoke at one of our events. Been fortunate enough to be able to work with other people on the same mission, like Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, Sarah Blakely of Spanx, and then also our guest here today, so Damon John. And so I've been featured in lots of different publications. Big thing is that I have been doing this stuff for a long time, and I'm here to help you build your own business. I still do this stuff every day. I don't just teach this stuff. This is my own e-commerce business that I own with a friend of mine. And so this is completely outside of Amazing. We sell our own physical products on Amazon, off Amazon. This is a brand we're building. We plan to exit. This business did about $15.5 million last year, on pace to do about $25 to $30 million in sales this year, doing the same stuff that we're teaching you here tonight. Now, here's what your new future could look like. You're going to build a business that you own and control. This isn't like a franchise or something where you're still having to pay money to somebody else. You own the brand. You get to control it. You decide where and how to sell it. You can become financially free if you commit to building this business. You can create a source of income that works for you 24/7. You get to ride the unstoppable e-commerce wave and leverage $1 trillion in resources. What do I mean by that? There's a business out there that'll take care of so much stuff for you. It's the main reason why we recommend starting there in e-commerce. They'll take care of website creation, hosting, payment processing, customer service, returns, refunds, shipping, warehousing, fraud prevention, and a whole lot more stuff. They take care of all that stuff for you for a small fee while you get to build your brand. This company is Amazon. All you have to worry about when you're building your brand, using Amazon as the launching platform, like we're going to teach you in this training, all you have to focus on, building your brand and marketing it. If you can do those two things well, like we're going to show you in this training, then you can build a super successful business because Amazon will take care of all that other stuff. And the beauty is that you own the brand. So you get to decide later on if you want to sell it on your own website, if you want to sell it on Walmart, if you want to take it to retail, you can do all that stuff. But you get to get started the easy way, the fast way, by using Amazon. This is Amazon's gross merchandise volume, or GMV, which is basically all the stuff sold on Amazon. From 2019 to 2020, the amount that was sold by third-party sales, which is people like you and me that are just selling stuff on Amazon, increased by $100 billion. That's $100 billion in more sales in one single year. That's been the impact of what's happened with the pandemic so far. But this is only going one direction. Some people say, the pandemic basically accelerated online retail by 10 years. Some people say accelerated by 3 years. Either way, we can all understand that it sped up a ton, creating a ton of new sales online that didn't exist before, and it's not going back the other direction. But here's the thing I think a lot of people don't understand is this is a quote directly from a research institute, a research company that basically looks at all the data associated with Amazon. Even though there was an extra $100 billion in sales in this one single year by people like you and us selling stuff on Amazon, the number of sellers on Amazon didn't accelerate because people were too busy sitting there freaking out about the pandemic, taking care of their family, taking care of themselves, worrying about what's going to happen, kind of freezing. And some of the crazy thing that popped up, like bread baking and all those kind of things, home gardening, all that kind of stuff. People were doing that, trading Bitcoin, trying to buy stock, and none of that stuff's all terrible idea financially, in my opinion. But the big thing is that people weren't focused on building businesses. $100 billion in extra sales, not a lot of extra new people jumping on the platform to sell. That's all going to change right now. You're going to be ahead of everyone else, but when other people start looking at this 6 months, a year down the road, they're going to be like, I can't put my finances at risk like that again. And plus, world starts opening up, everyone can travel again. They're not going to want to be stuck at home. And so they're going to want to build a business that they can run from anywhere. You getting started right now, you're getting ahead of that whole wave, jumping into all these new sales that didn't exist before. That's why we're here, and why right now is such an exciting time to be jumping into e-commerce. Now, I want to introduce you to somebody who's going to be doing the bulk of the training here. I'll be right here the entire time. We're going to both be doing live Q&A at the end. He's going to do a lot of the training, and then I'm going to come back on for live Q&A with Dan at the end. So he was actually a former student at Amazing, took one of our flagship courses, learned how to build this whole business. He sold millions of dollars on Amazon. He helps brands sell multiple 8 figures per year on Amazon. He's created cutting edge software tools. He knows how to do the training. He knows how to do the service side. He knows how to do the software sides. So he has his hands and his mind in basically everything going on Amazon. And he's also now an instructor at Amazing for our step-by-step program. Now, Dan is here to share with you our system. So please welcome Dan Ashburn.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for taking the time and putting this together. So guys, welcome to the call. I can't wait to spend the next hour or so with you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And Matt, if you just give me the heads up and let me know that it comes through okay, and we'll get rolling here. Now, I do have a spoiler for you. But before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera because I want the bandwidth. I'm coming in from all the way from Dubai. So I want the bandwidth to be good. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera as we get into the training here. So the spoiler within this training, guys, is I'm going to cut right to the end and let you know right now what to expect. At the end of this training that you will be following, you will be building your very own brand of physical products. That's the goal here today. That's what you're going to be learning and how to build. And if you're worried about building an entire brand of products, don't be. A brand is nothing more than a few products that can all be sold to the same people who have similar interests. So just like these camping accessories that you see here on screen, these are 3 products: a camping blanket, an axe, a paracord bracelets. These 3 products combined sell over $104,000 every single month on Amazon. That's $1.2 million each year in sales. And this is just one example of an unlimited number of brands that you can go ahead and build on the platform. These pruning shears, outdoor solar lantern, and this herb garden set, they currently generate over $129,000 a month right now on Amazon. So having a brand with even just 2 or 3 products is enough to have a business that changes your life forever. And if you're still worried about not having enough time or maybe enough money to create multiple products, then you don't need to be, because this stroller liner, this baby swaddle blanket, and these wipe warmers generate over $393,000 right now, every single month on Amazon. And I updated these numbers literally yesterday as I was looking through the markets. And when I saw the jump in these products, even I was like, wow, that just shows the growth that's taking place on Amazon right now as a platform. Every brand, and the point here is that every brand starts with just one product. And there's absolutely no need to try and launch multiple products at one time. As a matter of fact, we absolutely do not recommend doing that. Just know that your initial focus will be on one product and not just any old product. You want to find the right product. That's the secret to building a brand, and that's the secret to being successful on Amazon. So if I were building a new camping brand like this, I'd start with the axe. With the gardening brand, I'd start with the pruning shears. Now, if you want to know why I'd start with those specific products, then stick around for just a minute and I'll show you exactly how I choose them. And you'll find out exactly how you can build a brand and choose which ones to start with. But first, with this baby brand, I'd start with a stroller liner. That one there in the middle, that's where I'd start with this brand. So before we jump into that, just to sort of set the scene here, I literally yesterday or a few hours ago was pulling out some screenshots from some of our Amazon accounts and the brands that we're involved in. And as you can see here, if I go ahead and get my fancy pointer out on screen, you can see this was taken March 18th at 3:40 a.m. PDT, a bit of a time difference going on there, guys. But as you can see, for the month of, in the last 30 days, within that date range, you can see this account has done $386,000 in sales on Amazon.com. This brand here, you can see taken at the same time, $78,000 in the last 30 days on Amazon. Another one here, same time, $248,000 in revenue, in sales revenue in the last 30 days. Another one, $139,000, almost $140,000. $86,000, $76,000, and these are all individual separate brands on Amazon, different Amazon accounts that we run. And you can see $222,000 generated in the last 30 days on Amazon, doing everything that you're about to learn here in the next few minutes. And while you may be thinking, Dan, that's great, you're the expert, it's not just the experts. Here are some of our members' results. So you can see Asma here talking and showing $40,000 there in a single month. We've got Shish going over and showing how they got to $18,000 very quickly. Gaila here talking about generating $123,000 in that time period. Travis Ziegler here, who's did $156,000 in 2 days without using any promotional deals or coupons or anything like that. $56,000 in 2 days with no promotions. And these stories go on and on and on. If you come via our Instagram, or maybe you saw Matt and Damon's on Insta Live, you may have taken a look at the amazing.com Instagram profile. You'll see that people are generating $3,000 in the first 10 days of launch. We've got another member here generating $25,000 and earning their $25,000 badge, $250,000. Another member here, $2,000. So with all of this, you see the proof on what we're able to generate. You may be thinking, well, that's great. Matt's kind of touched on this point. Why Amazon? Why do we start with Amazon? Why do we take Amazon so seriously? Well, we need to quickly talk about sort of why Matt and I and every other $1 million seller that we know have all started on Amazon. So as Matt said, Amazon bring you customers. Unlike any other business where you have to sort of set up the business, get all the infrastructure together, maybe set up a website, then you've actually got to go out there and find those customers. Now, the beautiful thing with Amazon is the customers are already there. Millions of people coming to Amazon shopping every single day. All you have to do is make your product available and visible to them, and you will start to generate sales. With that, Amazon kind of hosts your websites. There's no need to go out there and build a big, fancy, complicated website and then try and get people to look at it and then try and get them to buy that thing. On Amazon, people are already buying. They're going there with the intent of buying. And all you've got to do is list your product there. And finally, really the most powerful that really makes this a really attractive business, and one I've been very fortunate to be able to travel all over the world for the last few years with, is that Amazon ships your product. So you haven't got to get big warehousing. You haven't got to go storing your products and shipping them to every individual customer. Amazon takes care of all of that. Essentially, Amazon does a lot while you really just do a little. And I really want to show you what that little looks like. So when you look at the business model, at the top of it is you, and your job is to find products and build your very own brand that you can grow. And you can turn it into a cash producing machine and eventually sell it for a significant amount of money, as Anna did, that Matt showed in the introduction. Now, the next part of the business are your customers. Over 200 million of them shopping on Amazon every single month. 200 million people shop on Amazon. You're going to learn how to find a supplier whose job it is to make the products for you and send them into Amazon. And then finally, at the center of all of this is Amazon, who takes care of everything else. They receive and store your products. They collect the payments from customers. They pick and pack your products from their warehousing. They pack your products into shipping boxes. They ship those products to your customers. They handle all of the product returns. They pay you every 2 weeks or so via direct deposit, and they even run some advertising for you. Now, even though you'll be starting your business on Amazon, as Matt said, at any time in the future, you can expand your business into other areas and other markets, and everything else that you've built, from your products, your brand, your customers, and your supplier, will be exactly the same, making this a great business to expand into the future. Other platforms, Walmart, into retail, on your own website. These are all real opportunities. All you have to do is get started on Amazon and start building your brand there. So on this webinar, we're going to go through a step-by-step training, and I encourage you to take notes. Step 1, we're going to discuss planning your roadmap. Step 2, we're going to go through how to choose your first product. Step 3, we're going to discuss and walk through exactly how you go and source that product and find a really good quality supplier. Step 4, we're going to launch the product, because it's not just about listing the products on Amazon. There's a few things we have to do to get that product to show up in the search results. And then step 5, I'm going to show you exactly how to multiply your sales and profits to achieve any financial goal that you have. So let's dive in straight into step 1. Who's with me? Who's ready for this? Give me a yes in the chat box. Let me know you're listening. Let me know you're pumped, and we'll dive straight into step 1. So Ahmed says yes. Lena says yes. Clara says yes. Wendy, Lara, David wrote, Naz, Sherry. Good guys. Thank you for that feedback. Let's go ahead and jump in. So step 1 is all about planning your roadmap. While we want to find our first product, we also want to be developing our second and third later down the line, because ultimately your brand, the brand of products that you're going to create, will be your roadmap. At the end of the map is a brand made up of these 3 products, and it can be any 3 products. In this example, we're using this garden example, selling every single day on Amazon, but you don't start with all 3. In the first 6 months, your goal is to launch your first product. And once you've started making sales and profit, then the next stop on your roadmap is to launch product number 2. And then in months 7 through 9, that's where you're going to go ahead and do that. And then once both of those products are selling and bringing in profits, that's when you launch the third product of your brand. This is how you build a multi-million-dollar brand and business. You start with that first product, you move on to the second product, and then use the profits from those 2 products to launch that third product. And those 3 products can very easily bring in millions of dollars. So you really just need to find your first 3 products to make up your brand. Now, luckily, Amazon sells over 350 million products. It is phenomenal. And as Matt said, over $100 billion in additional sales revenue in the last year, without that many new sellers coming into the platform, which tells you there is more money available, even more sales available, and even more product opportunity available to build this business. So here's the process. I want you to go ahead right now and write down a few interests or activities. So a few interests or activities. These might be sort of past hobbies or pastimes that you're interested in. Maybe it's a profession that you're really good at, or maybe it's a sport that you happen to have been really good at, maybe in high school or college, or you do this on the side. Think of the things that you really enjoy doing or you're really good at, and write those down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to search for a few relevant physical products on Amazon and simply choose 3 to make up your brand. So this is the process. On the left, we have interest. So hiking, maybe cooking, camping, babies, yoga, pets, cycling, boxing. This list goes on and on and on. Think about different things that you like and you enjoy. And then we're going to add some search words that show that people are looking for products. So gear, accessories, tools, gadgets, stuff, gifts. And by combining any of these 2, we're going to start looking for products on Amazon. So hiking gear, cooking tools, baby gifts, yoga stuff, pet accessories. The combination of any 2 of these words is going to produce a good list of products for us to start looking at. So as you can see here, we've got the Amazon search bar. So when you go to Amazon.com, you enter this in hiking gear, and you can see that Amazon presents lots of different product options that we could easily pick and start a brand with if we wanted to go and create a hiking brand. So as you can see there, the 18-in-1 sort of toolkit, the paracords, the first aid kits, all great options to start a brand with. Cooking gadgets, again, lots of really good products. Some nice and small, easy to ship, cheap to buy, not too complicated, so not too much can go wrong with them. Baby accessories, baby's huge, from the swaddle blankets to the driving mirrors. These are all very viable products that generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue every single month on Amazon as a platform. So once you've completed this and you've written down a few interests, you've searched for a few relevant products, and you've started looking through the search results, it's time to choose 3 of them to make up your brand. But you may be thinking, well, that's great, Dan, but which 3 should I be choosing? Now, your 3 products are going to be comprised of what we call your starter products, your growth products, and your dream product. So go ahead and write that down: starter product, growth product, dream product. So when we're looking at the products on Amazon, I'm going to show you how to really cheat and use a simple tool that we like so much. We actually invested in the company. And this tool gives us all of the information, all the data that we need to know about these products on Amazon. So that tool is called Managed by Stats Retriever, MBS Retriever, and it's a Chrome extension. So if you're using Internet Explorer or maybe Safari on your Mac, you need to go ahead and use Google Chrome and install the Google Chrome Internet browser and just search for MBS Retriever Chrome extension. And then you just click the link, click install, and this will pop up on your internet browser. But what this does is tell us exactly, as you can see here on the screen, not only what the product name is, we can see that already. We know what the brand is. We can see that on the page. We can see what they're selling it for, and we know what category they're in. And I'll walk through that a little bit more detail here in a second. But then we start to see some data that is not publicly available on Amazon. We can see where the product ranks on Amazon. So every product has a score on Amazon. We can see how many units that product is selling per month. But more importantly, we can see how much sales revenue, how many dollars that product is producing every single month on Amazon. And this is the column here. You can see this first one here, this Sweet Baby dispenser, currently doing $58,000 every single month on Amazon.com. Now, if we look at those 3 products, let's look around the criteria that we're looking for as target criteria. And just to set the scene here, these don't have to be exact. There is some flexibility in this, but this gives you a guidance on exactly what we're looking for in terms of our ideal targets. So for our starter products, we're looking for a product between $17 and $100. The reason we have $17 there is anything less than that, you're going to struggle to make any money unless you've got some really big volume. And anything over $100, often it's a bit expensive to source. It's a bit expensive to get going with. So we don't really want to go above that. For our starter products, we're looking for products that we can enter the market with, learn this business, get our hands dirty and get into the trenches in building this business. So we're looking for that entry level products, and generally that's $10,000 to $50,000 a month in revenue. And we want to see less than 1,000 reviews. So 10 to 50 grand in revenue and less than 1,000 reviews. The reviews are a big indicator of competition. And as we get started with our first products, our starter products, we want a nice, easy entry point that we can enter a market, and then we can build up the reviews and the reputation of that product over time, and in turn, build up the sales of that product. For our growth product, we're still going to stick to that $17 and $100 sort of target. But now our target revenue is kind of 50 to 100,000. So as we build out our brand and we start adding more products to the line, we want to start taking all the experience that we've gained, all of the existing customers that we may have collected, and start going after bigger revenue items. So 50 to 100,000 in revenue. And finally, our dream product, again, $17 to $100. But this time we're looking for target revenues of over 100,000. So you can see how as we build this brand and as we get more confident, more experience, more cash flow being generated from the first 2 products, we're then looking to invest into bigger products that bring in bigger revenues. And you'll notice there at this point, we're not too concerned by reviews because we're looking for opportunities that meet this criteria. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there on the screen just for a second. Make sure you take note of these 3 parameters. And once you've written those down, give me a yes in the chat box. Let me know you're good to go. And after I see the first few yeses coming through, yes, 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 awesome. So we've got Miguel, wow, that's moving quickly. Cheryl, Tim, Rosa, everyone's listening. Good, guys. Let's move on. So looking at these 3 products, let's dive into exactly how we do that. So if you look at these 3 products combined, the swaddle blanket, the baby liner, and the white warmer, which I didn't know was a real product until recently. I've got 2 kids myself. I've got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, and this would definitely come in handy. These 3 products are currently generating $339,000 per month, which is $4.7 million per year in revenue. And I'll jump straight to the question in your mind. Typically, these brands on Amazon will generate anywhere from 20 to 30% net profit margin on the bottom line. So you can see whoever runs these is doing very, very well financially as a result of those sales. So everyone's clear on step 1. We combine our interests with shopping behavior and we look for these products, and then we're looking for our starter, dream, growth and dream products. Now we need to choose the first product that we're going to go ahead and launch. So to choose the first product, your first product will be your starter product. And you may be thinking, well, duh, you've just said that 1,000 times, Dan, get to the point. There is some critical things that you need to know about picking that first product. We're looking for a product with low competition. So those reviews less than 1,000, revenue less than 50,000. But we want to see enough demand to make it worth our time and worthwhile. So we're definitely looking for revenue to be at least $10,000, which is where we bring that minimum in, because we want to see enough revenue there for us to make good profits. And on 10,000 in revenue, you might be making 2,000, 3,000 in profit from that single product. So with good profit potential, I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. So with the potential profit on this product, if we take the liner here, the caddy liner, the selling price of this product is currently $49.99. And the monthly sales sits somewhere around 525 units per month currently. And that changes, that fluctuates with demand, and Q4 to around Christmas will obviously increase, but on average, it's around 525 units. Now the product cost of this product, and I've added in $2 for shipping on this, is $8.80. So that includes a $2 budget for shipping. And the Amazon fees, which are Amazon's fees for storing, pick and packing, and a commission for using their platform, is currently $19.56. Meaning when you do the math on this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that here in a second, that's $10,000 in monthly profit every single month from selling this single product on Amazon, which is a liner for the car seat. So when we look at these profit potentials, and we now know that we're going to pick our starter product and we're looking for good profit potential, step 3 is to go ahead and find a supplier or a factory or a manufacturer, depending on how you reference that, to produce that product for you. And we call this sourcing. So we've got to go ahead and source that product from a supplier. So there is a fantastic website called Alibaba.com. You're probably aware of this website already. And when it comes to finding a supplier for your products, the only site you really need is Alibaba.com. This is the site right here. Manufacturers for almost all products sold on Amazon can be found in this one single place. And it's using a simple, it's as simple as using Amazon. They've done a really good job in sort of building out the functionality. For example, when we search for these stroller liners, you'll see that Alibaba shows us 1,161 different suppliers for this one product. And all you need to do is scroll through the first list and the first few results and find one that looks closest to the product that you want to sell. And then check out the prices and see what they charge for them. So we can see right here that we have one supplier willing to sell their stroller liner from anywhere from $5.80 to $6.80. And they'll even let you order as few as one to check them out. So you can literally order one unit to see the quality of that product and see whether you like that product or not. Once you find a few that look promising, you'll then start to contact the suppliers right here on the website. Once you click onto the listing, there's a contact supplier button. And all you're going to do is ask them for a quote of however many you'll be looking to order. And then let them know that you'll also want to include some basic packaging with each product, as you're about to learn here in a little bit. So once we've found the product opportunities, we've picked one based on good profit potential. It's then just simply a case of coming to Alibaba and finding a good supplier at the right price, contacting them and talking about pricing, and then letting them know that we are going to want to include some basic packaging with that. Now, while most products can be found on Alibaba, products that either go in or on your skin or in or on your body are usually sold locally. And we always recommend starting on Amazon.com, no matter where you are in the world. I'm based in the UK. I'm currently out in Dubai, but I sell primarily on .com. And we do recommend .com as the marketplace that you begin with, because that's where the most opportunity is. That's where the most buying is happening. And that's where the most demand is. So when looking at products like skincare products, beauty products, maybe pet supplements, human supplements, the best place to start is locally. And in this case, that would be in the US. And all you've got to go ahead and do to find thousands of suppliers is add the word private label to your product name. So you can see here, the example I've got is collagen powder. And you can see I've added the word private label to the start of that. And you can see straight away, hundreds of thousands of results of manufacturers locally in the US that can produce that product for me. Now, once you've gotten a few quotes from Alibaba or Google, you can use that information to estimate exactly how much profit you can make off each product you sell. To do this, we're going to go ahead and use a tool called the FBA Revenue Calculator. So Amazon FBA Revenue Calculator, and you can do a quick Google search later on and take a look at that. And you can find that with a simple Google search. And when you pull it up, you enter the product and you enter what you're looking to sell it for, and you put two more pieces of information in. So you can see I've entered $49.99 as the selling price. And then I've entered the $6.80, which was actually the higher price that we saw. And then you'll see that I've entered $2 for shipping. Now, with all of that, Amazon gives us the exact profit that we're going to generate in the sales. So you can see based on a selling price of $49.99 and including the costs and Amazon's fees, which you can see here, you can see the net profit per sale is $20.64, or almost 41% in profit margin after all costs before advertising. And typically we contribute around 10% of that sale towards advertising. So even after some advertising spend, we would be at 31% in profit. 31% or 30% on $100,000. You do the math. It can be very, very profitable once you get up and going and you invest into launching these products. So here are some important tips. Write these down. You don't want to miss these. You want to sell high quality products. I was on a conversation earlier with some people doing over $100 million on Amazon as a platform when we got talking around product launching, and we all agreed that the secret to success on Amazon is investing in product development and high quality products. You want to release a high quality product because happy customers equals more sales. It generates more reviews generates higher conversion, more clicks, and all of that turns into more sales. And also you need to create and own the brand. We're not selling someone else's brand here. We're not going and selling some Apple iPods or an iPhone or anything like that. Or we're not sort of wholesaling and buying someone else's product and selling it. The whole secret to the success with this model is that we create the brand. These products are branded as our brand, and then we go ahead and own 100% of the sales that take place for that brand. So let's quickly talk about why you must own the brand and why that matters. If you take a look here on the page, you can see these phone car mounts. They're little things that go on the dashboard in your car, and your phone or your iPhone or your Android sort of attaches to them. You'll notice they all look very similar, but when you look closer, you'll see they're all different brands of products. You'll notice on the baby liner here, also another brand. And you may be thinking, well, when I go to Amazon and search for brands, do people know who I am, or they even know what my brand is? And the honest answer is People don't go to Amazon looking for brands unless they're looking for something like an iPhone or Dr. Dre's Beats. When they're buying everyday products like this car mount, the thing that's driving the search is where it appears, how far at page 1 you show, and the reviews and the ratings that you have combined with the price. Who here, when they shop Amazon, and give me some feedback in the chat box, the first and last thing you look at are those reviews. You kind of search Amazon, you find an image, you find a product that you like based on the main image that jumps out at you. You click on it, and the first thing you do is go ahead and look at the reviews. You then take a look at the price and read the listing. You come back to the reviews, and then you click buy. Absolutely. Reviews first. I'm seeing it all come through in the chat box there. Reviews first, reviews first. I always look at the reviews. This is how we've been trained by Amazon to purchase products, because the reason Amazon is so successful is 200 million people a month trust Amazon. We're not attached to the brands that are being sold. And that's a huge opportunity for us as Amazon sellers, because we can create a brand, release that product under that brand, and we own 100% of the sales. We're not sharing those sales with other people that might be selling those products. So let's quickly talk around how you create a brand. Very quickly, just think of potential brand names for your market. So if you're in cycling, it might be Gary Cycling or something like that. Check for the .com domain name. You can do that using GoDaddy.com. You've probably seen the adverts on telly. And I believe you can purchase a .com domain name. Telly's an English word, television. You can purchase a .com domain name for around $1 right now. And then you need to head over and do a quick Google search for the trademark. So you just quickly search trademark, check the government's got a website, drop the name in there and just make sure no one else is using that name. And then go ahead and get a logo created. Now you can use a website called fiverr.com. You could literally get a logo created for $5. Or if you want to invest a couple $100 and get some better designers, some more professional designers, then check out 99designs.com. Personally, that's where I go because there's some really good level of designers on there that design for some of the biggest brands in the world. And then finally, you're going to need to go ahead and get product packaging designed. Now, the easiest, fastest, and cheapest way of doing this is to actually ask the manufacturer that you work with, likely in China, to go ahead and make that design for you for that first inventory order. Keep it simple, keep it basic, and push forward. Or you can go ahead and get the same designer that did the logo to create that packaging for you also. So you may be thinking, why would people buy from you and buying your brand? Now, as I said, unless you're Apple, people aren't tied to brands. They buy what they see. And that's really the important thing to understand here. People on Amazon buy what they see. And we're going to show you exactly now in step 4, how to be seen. But before we get there, this is a big question that we always get. So I found a product, I found one that meets the criteria. I want to sell it on Amazon. How much inventory should you order? Now, there's not a right or wrong answer to this. And really it comes down to getting the most out of what you have. But ultimately, you want to start with a minimum of 200 to 300 units to start, ideally more, so that you don't run out of inventory. But if you are on a tight budget, or maybe you just want to test this business out, then 200 to 300 units would get you started. And the typical product cost you're aiming to work with is anywhere from $5 to $10. Anything over that starts getting a bit more expensive. So we look for product costs in the $5 to $10 range. This would mean this would be anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000, maybe up to 10,000 in inventory. And this would include packaging, labeling, and shipping to Amazon. And to avoid any big mistakes, taking too much risk, I actually recommend not ordering too many units to start with. So maybe you order 1,000, 2,000 units to get going with a product, but you definitely don't want to be ordering 5,000, 10,000 units of a product. You can do that later down the line once you've proven that product, once you've generated some success and some sales, you can then start placing larger and larger orders. So now we understand how to pick products, we understand how to source them, we understand what profitability looks like, and the fact that we have to launch our own brand. It's now time to launch the first product. So launching a product on Amazon does not mean simply creating a product listing. Launching a product on Amazon means we need to get that product to show up on Amazon's search results. Let's take a quick drink of my coffee there. So after you've got your product ready for sale, it's now time to get it to show up. And you need to get it to show up for sale on Amazon, because just having it there isn't quite enough. Now, imagine I want to buy some taco holders for the family, and taco holders are a great example that we like to use. So I go to Amazon and I search for taco holders. And when I hit return, I'm shown dozens, if not hundreds of different taco holders, as you see in this picture here. But if your product isn't showing up in this list, then the chances are I'm not going to buy it because I don't even know it exists. Now, more expensive products, as you'll probably know, if you think about it, you might click into page 2 or 3, but especially cheaper items, people don't really go past the first page. So how do you make your product show up before all of those other similar items that we just saw? Well, you do that with a proven launch and rank formula. So take note of these. These are the exact steps that we need to take to launch products and get them to show up in Amazon search results to get those sales. So step 1 of our launch and rank formula is to discover the best search terms for your product. The search term is what the shopper is entering into that Amazon search bar. So we just entered taco holder. It's also referred to as a keyword. That search term is what really drives the visibility on the platform, kind of like YouTube or Google. Next, step 2, we need to create a powerful product listing. Step 3, we're then going to use those same search terms in advertising to get the first few people looking at our listing. Similar to Google advertising, Amazon has its own advertising system, and we use that to get people to look at our product. And then step 4, we're going to drive targeted sales with something that we call cashback offers. And I'll go through that in a more detail shortly. Now, in order to show everyone on the webinar how this works, in the summer, we actually sourced, launched, and even sold out of our own new products. And these were the taco holders that we did. These are an actual set of taco holders. I believe Matt's got them on his dining table at home. And we created and launched them on Amazon. And now both Matt and I even use them in our houses. Like I've actually got these in my house back in the UK. So when searching taco holders, if you search for competitors to start finding the search terms, you'll see that in the titles, you'll see competitors entering the search terms they're targeting in the titles of their products. So you can see here, taco holder stands set of 6, taco holder set of 4, taco holder stainless steel, taco holder stand set of 4, taco rack. So you can see straight away, we're starting to see common search terms or keywords that our competitors are using to show up on Amazon. When you click onto the listing, you'll also start seeing those same search terms in the bullet points. So you can see taco holder, taco stand, stainless steel taco holders, taco shell holders. These are all different ways that shoppers are searching for taco holders when they go to Amazon. So all you need to do is spend some time looking through competitors' product listings and start writing down all of those search terms that you see showing up in the title, the bullet points, the description, and even the reviews at the bottom of the page. Amazon does a really good job of pulling out product reviews and telling us all of the common phrases that are being used by our customers in their own words. If they're using these words in their reviews, it's a good chance they're using them to search Amazon also. Now, a professional tip, a pro tip as I call it, the longer the search term, the easier it is to rank. By rank, I mean get it to show up on Amazon. So the longer the search term, the easier it is to get it to show up on Amazon. When you search Amazon, who's sort of recognizes this search bar? When you actually start typing, Amazon suggests lots of different search terms to you. Give me a yes in the chat box. Clara's saying, lol, I bought those. That's cool, Clara. I hope you left a 5-star review. But yeah, yes, everyone's recognizing this. So as you can see, Amazon's suggesting lots of common terms that shoppers are using. Now, what many people don't know is this list actually changes all the time, and it's driven by demand. So the more that shoppers on Amazon search this stuff, this list gets prioritized based on that volume. Now you'll notice here, there's a longer term here, taco holder, stainless steel, set of 4. Now, not only is it going to be easier to show up for that because it's longer, it also has much clearer, what I call buying intent. So yes, I'm looking for taco holders, but am I looking for a set of 4, a set of 6? Am I looking for metal, plastic, wood? Let's get a bit more specific. Okay, the shopper's telling me they specifically want stainless steel set taco holders. And with that, they specifically want 4 of them. So if I go ahead and release a set of 4, that are stainless steel, I'm much more likely to win that click and convert that shopper into a customer because I'm putting the exact product that they're looking for in front of their eyes on Amazon. And that's why it's much better to go after these long tail keywords, as they're known, longer search terms, because one, it's easier to show for because they're less competitive, but two, they convert much better because there's much closer and very specific buying intent that we're going after. Now, once you've completed your keyword research, it's now time to create a powerful product listing. Putting your main keyword near the beginning of your title is super important. It's one of the places that Amazon really holds in high regards and gives the most weight towards on Amazon. So you'll notice here with our taco holder, our Verve Kitchen taco holders, taco holder stainless steel set of 4. You'll notice I included right at the beginning there, taco holders, stainless steel set of 4, because that's the main keyword that I was targeting with this product. Now, you also want to include other keywords in your bullets, your description, and when writing your listing, focus on the benefits of the product. This is something that 99% of people on Amazon get wrong. Human beings buy on emotion and they justify it with logic. So yes, it's great that they're stainless steel, but what's the benefits of them being stainless steel? Easy to clean, hygienic. Think about these different benefits of why that matters to the customer. We found with this product that sharp edges was a problem on competitors' products. We smoothed the edges off and we lead with the benefit of smooth edges so you don't cut your fingers. What's the benefit of owning taco holders? No more messy tables, messy plates, dropping those tacos on the floor. Think about the benefits and the use cases. So as you can see here, no more messy tacos, no sharp edges, restaurant grades, more time eating, less time cleaning, and more cupboard space because they stack very easily on top of each other. So that's the benefit of owning them. And then we back them up with the features within the listing. With that also, don't skim on your product images. It's really, really important when creating and launching a product on Amazon to be releasing high quality images. Your main image is the main thing that generates the click from the search results. So it's all good and well getting the product to show up in the search results, but if the shopper doesn't click on your product, they're not visiting your product listing known as a session. And if they then don't buy it, they're not becoming a customer and you're not generating any sales. So invest in lifestyle photos of your products being used and high quality images as we build out our products on Amazon. Now, when we first launch, it's really important to quickly get 5 to 10 reviews, ideally even more. We call it the rule of 30. We're looking for 30 reviews over 30 days, as this is really what establishes a product on Amazon. You can get that product to show up, but if you don't get reviews quickly, it's not going to stay there. And there's a few ways in which we do that, and we'll go ahead and talk about those now. Friends still remain the easiest and best option for getting reviews. You likely have a bunch of friends that probably want a free set of taco holders. Have them go and search Amazon, search for taco holders, find your product, purchase it, give them the money back or buy them a drink, whatever you need to do. And then after a couple of days after receiving that product, ask them to leave an unbiased review on the listing. This will go ahead and just get those first reviews going, help you with conversion, and will really help your advertising as we move on into generating sales through advertising. Amazon's also released a whole series of tools in the last few years that really help us as third-party sellers generate more sales and more reviews. And one thing you'll notice is on every order, this is a screenshot of Amazon's Seller Central. It's the admin panel that you'll have access to. There's this request a review button, and that allows you every single order to actually request a review from your customers and build up those reviews. Now, let's go ahead and quickly summarize what a good listing looks like. And you'll definitely want to take notes. And as you've written this down, give me a holler in the chat box and let me know that you've written that down so I'll move forward on into the training. So we want to see the primary search term in the title. We want to see the other search terms in the bullets and the description. Focus on benefits of your product first. Get high quality images, including lifestyle photos, and aim to get 5 to 10 reviews from friends. Go on, yeah, let me know in the chat box. Write that down. I've got a yes from Helen. Sherry says, got it. Majid says yes. Tiffany, yes. Joanne, Jamie, David, Karen. Thanks, guys, for the feedback. Let's push forward. So now we've created a powerful product listing. We now want to use those same search terms in advertising. So Amazon has a whole series of different advertising available. And the one we use primarily to get going is called sponsored products. Now, all you do to use sponsored products is go to advertising inside of the dashboard, click continue. And as you can see here, I've entered a low daily budget of around $10, $10 to $50 a day is kind of the range. And we're going to select manual targeting. The reason we're using manual targeting is we want to tell Amazon exactly which of those search terms we want to show up for in the search results. You then go ahead and select your product. So you can see here, we've got the taco holders. And then we're going to click enter list, and we're going to enter that main keyword, taco holder. And Amazon will also suggest a whole bunch of other search terms and keywords that we should probably include in our advertising. Now, we're going to remove anything that's not relevant, like dinosaur or anything like that, that's not relevant to our product. And then we're going to click add keywords to list. And as you can see on the right-hand side, Amazon's then going to go ahead and add that to your advertising campaign. Now, a pro tip, use those same suggested search terms from Amazon advertising and add them into your listing as well. So go back to your listing and include them in your title, your bullets, descriptions, as that's going to make you really relevant to your advertising, and it's going to really help all of the performance and the sales. So that's how simple it is to set up advertising. Once we've set up those advertising, it's now time to drive targeted sales with cashback offers. And this is kind of like top secret. This is what all the best sellers in the industry do. It's not that it's top secret for any major reason. It's just that this is what the best sellers are doing to really get those products going, launch those products, and start generating sales on Amazon. Now, you may be thinking, what are cashback offers? It's quite simple. You offer your customers 100% product rebate. That's a cashback. So you give them the money back for the order in exchange for purchasing your product. This is not to ask them to review your product. We're not incentivizing reviews here. We're not asking for reviews. We're generating targeted, keyword targeted sales to let Amazon know which keywords we want to show up for. And the more sales we generate through those customer searches, the higher in the search results we're going to show up for those keywords. So this is simply to help you promote the launch of your new product. And this has been used in retail for years. This isn't a new thing. This isn't a new strategy. Who here has been to Walmart, and when you spend a certain amount of money, they give you a coupon for what you spent? Or maybe in the good old days of events, and hopefully they're going to be coming back very soon, you go there and the energy drink companies are giving you free energy drinks. The reason they're doing that is to raise the awareness and raise the visibility of their products and start generating that social proof, that credibility. Now on Amazon, social proof and credibility comes in the form of product reviews. So the more sales we generate, the more reviews we generate, and therefore the higher in the search results we show. So the secret to making this effective, and this is the part you want to write down, is you need to ask your customers to first search for your product before buying it. And that's how we let Amazon know exactly which keywords to better show your products for. Now you may be thinking, that's great, Dan, but where do I find people to search for my product? If you don't want to go ahead and just ask your friends around you, then the next best place is Facebook. No matter what product you sell, there is a group or someone on Facebook that uses that product, trust me. Now, the easiest way to do it is just to put a post out there, like Mike, my good friend here. He posted around about the taco holders that we were promoting. He said, I've decided to start a brand new business and have launched my very own brand of products on Amazon. I'd really love you to help me launch and test it. I'll even pay you for the order myself if you'd be willing to help me out. Just comment below or shoot me a message and I'll give you the details. And the reason we ask them to comment below is the more comments, the more people are going to see it. Now, maybe you don't want to use your local friends, like your network of friends. Facebook groups are also a great source for this. There is a group for absolutely everything on Amazon, from knitting to cycling to boxing to cooking to baking. There are groups for everything. And once you get into one of those targeted groups, you can put a similar post in there. And the great thing about using Facebook groups is they're the target customers you're going after. So not only will you get a bunch of people saying yes, they'll give you feedback on the product and they'll become customers and can become testers of your products in future. Now, once they message you, all you then need to do is give them very simple instructions. So you can see here, please go to Amazon.com, search for taco holders, stainless steel set of 4, find my product, picture attached, and we give them the picture so we know what they're looking for. Order it. I can send you the money here in Facebook. It's really easy. Or give me your PayPal or Venmo. I know Venmo is very popular in the US, and I'll send you the money there. I can't wait for you to get it. So you can see how we're telling them very specifically that keyword, that main keyword that I'm going after, taco holder stainless steel set of 4. And we want to start generating a few orders for that keyword. And if you've never sent money in Facebook, it's really easy. Inside of Facebook Messenger, there's this dollar icon. You upload your credit card, they upload their credit card. You can send money, and it's really easy to transfer the money back to them there. Now, you only need to do this 5 times a day for your main keyword until your product appears on page 1. And typically that can be anywhere from 5 to 10 days. So maybe up to 14 for more competitive terms. But you only really need to do this 5 products a day for those keywords, for that main keyword, until you appear on page 1. And then you simply move on to the next keywords, and you just simply swap out the keywords and continue to grow and expand your keywords. Now, all of our members benefit from this fancy platform that we call HPUC, and you literally click a button and it does it for you. But Facebook's a really great place if you haven't got access to this, Facebook's a really great place to go ahead and do that. So now you know the secret to driving targeted sales with cashback offers. You may be thinking, does this actually work? So as I said, as a live demonstration, just to be able to demonstrate the power of this stuff, we went ahead and launched a set of taco holders very publicly. And the keyword we were targeting is taco holder stainless steel set of 4. And as you can see here, we've got the search results, and there's our Verve Kitchen taco holders. And as Clara says, she actually bought them. Like I say, I hope there was a 5-star review there. As you can see, the first one is an advert. The second one is an advert. The third is the first natural results, or organic results as it's called. The second is an organic result, and we ended up there in position 3 very quickly for that search term. And this is a fancy tool that tracks where we show for search terms in the search results. And as you can see, we ended up in the top 4, so top 4 positions there for many terms like taco tray, taco stand-up holders, all of those keywords that we saw in our competitors' titles, we were showing up in the top results very, very quickly. And you can kind of see the growth curve there, like a very quick ascension through the search results and then nicely maintaining those ranking positions. And in that period of time, with these taco holders, we sold 381 units, generated $5,000 in revenue. And the net profit on this product, once we hit our target price of $22, you can see the shipping from China over into the US at that moment in time was $1.60 a unit, and the cost of the products was $5.57. Now that means we made $6 on every single sale, or 27% net profit margin. And ideally, you're looking for around a minimum of 25%. But if we do the maths on that, by the time we had to close the listing on this product, we were doing 30 sales per day, 30 units per day. That averages out at around 900 units per month, which is a monthly revenue of $19,800. And if we take that and times it by our profit margin, that's a monthly profit of $5,463 every single month from selling a single set of taco holders on Amazon. That's an annualized gross profit of $65,000 from selling some taco holders on Amazon.com that we were very quickly able to source and launch using this strategy. So guys, before we get into the next step, I just wanted to check in and ask you, how are you liking the training so far? Do you feel like you've already gotten a lot of value out of it? And if you don't mind, please drop me a comment in the chat box and tell me what you think, whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you're indifferent. I'm constantly looking to improve everything that I teach people here with Amazing for the best results possible. So if you could, just let me know how you're liking this so far, and I would sincerely appreciate it. Okay, so we've got Corey saying, love it. Wow, that's moving quickly. Incredible stuff. Yes, love it. Absolutely love it. Great. I'm loving it. The training is great. So far, so good. Great info. Love it. Thumbs up. Very helpful. The numbers are amazing. Very clear. Insightful. Great. Yeah, taco holders rule. Yeah, tacos. I love tacos. So thank you guys. That's awesome. Thanks so much. That's exactly the type of feedback that we really do love getting. So let's jump back into the training. So far, step 1, your roadmap is creating your brand of 3 products, just like these examples here. And over the first 6 months, we're going to launch that first product. Months 7 to 9, we're going to strive to launch that second product. And months 9 to 12, we're then going to be using the profits from products 1 and 2 to launch our third product. And that's how you build that multi-million-dollar brand. In step 2, we choose our first product based on profitability. And the 3 critical elements of your first product are low competition. So we want to see less than 1,000 reviews, enough demand, more than 10,000 in revenue, and good profit potential. And we know how to find the profit potential because we use the Amazon FBA revenue calculator. And we know exactly how much we're paying for it because we can see exactly on Alibaba what we should expect to pay from our suppliers in China. And as you can see here, this one product generating $10,836 in profit every single month. Now, step 3 is to go and find a good quality supplier. And we do that using Alibaba.com. So we search for the stroller liner, we look for a similar product, and then we look for pricing that meets our criteria. And step 4, as we just covered, is to launch that first product. So our launch and rank formula is to discover the best search terms for your product, create a powerful product listing, use those same search terms in advertising, and drive targeted sales with cashback offers. Now, step 5 to this whole process is multiplying your sales and profits to achieve any financial goal that you have. To do this, you simply follow your roadmap. So I start by launching the axe, then I release the camping blanket, and then I release the power cords. With this baby brand, I start with a baby liner, then the swaddle blanket, then the warmer. And with the gardening brand, I start with the shears, then this lantern, and then the herb garden. You start with the least competitive product with the goal of just selling 10 units a day, and then you move on to the more competitive one. And if you follow the training, that should happen within 6 months. You should easily get to 10 units a day. That's very conservative, to be honest. You should get to 10 months very easily, 10 units a day in 6 months. And once you are selling 10 units a day, you simply use the profits from your first product to start selling the second one. Now, what's the goal with all this? You now understand the model. You now understand how to be successful on Amazon and this amazing opportunity that's literally, we are in the golden era of e-commerce right now. But what's the goal? The goal is within 6 to 9 months, once the second product is selling around 30 a day, use the profits from both products to start selling your third one. And if we do the math on this, so product 1 is doing 10 units a day. Within 9 months, product 2 is doing 30 units a day. And within 12 months, product 3 is doing 60 units a day. That's a total of 100 sales a day on Amazon across your products. 100 sales times 365 days at a selling price of $30, an average selling price of $30, is $1,095,000 every single year in sales revenue. $1 million. You have $1 million business from simply launching 3 products on Amazon. And at 25% profit, that's over $250,000 in annual profit. Who here could do with an extra 250 grand a year in profit from launching 3 products on Amazon? The physical products business can be sold for anywhere from 3 to 5 times that annual profit. So that 250,000, 3 years from now, you want to sell this business and you want to move on to something else, you want to go again. Generally, you can sell it for anywhere from 3 to 5 times. So if we take the average at 4, you can go ahead and sell that business for $1 million from simply launching 3 products. Because if we generate 250,000 in profit every year and someone wants to buy our business for 4 times that, that's $1 million pre-tax in your pocket when you sell this business of 3 products on Amazon. And many, many, many people within our, many of our students, many of our members are doing that, including Anna, who Matt introduced at the start of the training. Anna recently sold her business for multiple millions of dollars doing exactly this. So you think what that does for your future, your roadmap, your life, your goals, the people around you, when you break it down, that all you've got to do is launch those 3 products. So just as our member here says, I just want to share, I got my $50,000 badge followed by my $100,000 badge. Or Channing, who's actually a very good friend of mine and Matt's now, Channing and Justin, the Dysons as we call them. Channing was 23 years old and was able to build her business to $500,000 every single month and using this was able to take care of her aging parents. She's able to now send her kids off to college without worry. She never has to work a 40-hour week ever again, and she never has to worry about paying the bills. Now, we were chatting with Channing, and she said, I've made more money in a single month than I used to make in a year. And I happen to know, because I'm good friends with Channing and Justin, that in September of 2020, literally just 6 months ago, they were able to sell this business for multiple millions of dollars. Multiple, and just emphasize the word multiple there. And now they're on to bigger and better things. They bought a new house. Channing was able to gift her business to her mum. I think Justin bought his dad a new truck. Like, they've been able to take care of everyone around them because they put effort in for a couple of years into this business and then decided that they wanted to move on and was able to sell this business for millions of dollars. So you may be thinking, well, all of this is great. Like, wow, my mind is blown. There's all this opportunity on Amazon, but now what? What do you do next? What are the next steps? Right now is the best opportunity that we've ever seen to build a wildly successful business, leveraging the power of e-commerce and leveraging the power of Amazon. There was an article recently, just in February, from Yahoo Finance. It ended up in Bloomberg and the New Street Journal and stuff. Wall Street is investing billions of dollars into scaling tiny mom and pop sellers on Amazon, like Justin and Channing, like Anna, like you, like me, like Matt. Big money is starting to realize just how good this business is, and they're coming up and buying these businesses left, right, and center. You don't want to miss this opportunity. Whilst I've taken you through everything you need to know to get the framework and get started in this business, it is just the tip of the iceberg. A lot is changing on Amazon, and there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of buttons that we need to click. Now, you may be feeling uncertain about the future. Maybe within this pandemic, you've just froze and maybe just sort of want to wait it out. But what's your plan if things get worse? Or maybe what's your plan if things get better? One thing this pandemic's done for everyone is made them realize that life is for living. And once this thing's out the way, travel's going to open back up. Do you want to be tied to that desk, or do you want to be out there enjoying the world with your family, your loved ones, and your friends around you? You've got to start taking that seriously and thinking, where is your future heading? So if you try and go at this alone, there's a few things that could happen. You might choose the wrong product. You could end up with a bad supplier. You may overpay for your inventory, pick the wrong keywords, create a bad Amazon listing. So you go through all of that effort of developing the products, and then you put it on Amazon and nothing happens. You could waste money on the wrong type of advertising. Maybe you miss a step in launching a product and it doesn't quite work. God forbid, maybe you get your Amazon Seller Essential account suspended because Amazon do have a number of rules that we have to follow, and you need to know exactly what they are, and they're not the best at communicating them. Maybe you waste time, waste money, but worst of all, give up right before you're about to succeed. This is the one that I really hate seeing. People put in the energy of going at this alone, but because they don't have that guidance and that mentorship to show them exactly what they need to do next, they take their foot off the gas too early, and they give up right before they're about to succeed. But when you work with us, you'll get a blueprint to financial freedom with what we call the Amazing Selling Machine, or ASM for short. ASM has been the #1 business building program since 2012. Over 35,000 students have completed Amazing Selling Machine. And as Matt said, we've created multiple millionaires through this training. We have students from over 138 countries internationally. And this training is created by real experts, myself, Mike, Matt, and a team of over 50 people in the background who's there dedicated to supporting your success. ASM is really a full package of step-by-step training, resources, and direct support to make sure that you succeed. It really is the #1 online web class. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Every step within the online web class is laid out to give you success. It's a step-by-step training. Over 160 lessons, 8 modules, over 50 hours of content that you can watch on demand and show you exactly step-by-step the actions that you need to take, the buttons you need to click, the conversations you need to have to be successful with this business. No second guessing, no having to figure it out. We show you exactly what to do. You can build your business step by step, anywhere, any time. We have members who travel and build this business. We have a lot of members who start the business while working a 9 to 5 and put in a couple of hours in the evening or the morning and at weekends to build this business. You literally can build this from anywhere with an internet connection and a laptop. You, as a member of ASM, when you join ASM, you will get free updates for life. Amazon's constantly changing. Our strategies are constantly developing. We're constantly testing new ways of generating the most sales we can through advertising and launching. And we're constantly updating the training. And as a member of ASM, when you join, you get free updates for life. The latest information right there available to you instantly. So module 1 is all about finding your perfect product. We go even deeper into what to look for, specific criteria that you need to meet, where to look for the best products and how to find them. Module 2 is easy product sourcing, how to go and find the best suppliers. Once you've found the best suppliers, how to communicate with them to get the best pricing, the best payment terms. How do you know if they're a good supplier or not? Product certification, testing, these are all things that you need to understand. And then shipping the product, how to get the best price on shipping, the best way of shipping to maximize that profit margin within the product. Module 3 is all about brand creation. As we move forward, brand is becoming a really important thing. We need to identify who our customer is, who we're selling to ensure that we're having the right conversation on our Amazon listings and converting as many of them into customers as possible. In module 3, I take you through exactly how to create the brand and how to develop those brand assets. Module 4 is the pre-launch foundation. So now we're going to start building all our marketing assets like our website and Facebook pages and Instagram pages, building up towards our launch. Module 5 is around launching your product. So whilst I've taken you through the top level step-by-step on how to launch the products, there's timing of exactly when to do certain things that we take you through in detail. And you watch over the shoulder as I execute this launch, and you click the buttons that I click and you get the results that we get. Module 6 is the easy Amazon ads formula. Advertising is a big part of Amazon, and we are going to teach you very step-by-step, very succinctly, how to use and leverage Amazon to generate the most results. Module 7 is scaling your profits. So once you've established these products, how do we generate even more profit? And module 8 are advanced traffic tactics. How do we use platforms like Facebook, Instagram, influencers, YouTube to drive even more sales within our brand? So just as Devin and Katie DeRoche did, who own a brand called Grillaholics, you can actually search this brand, Grillaholics. Devin was bored at his sort of safe job as an accountant who started his career as a CPA at one of the big four sort of accounting firms. He worked in one of these big firms. Katie, his fiance, with Devin doing this sort of network marketing, Katie's brother said, take a look at the Amazon thing. Blown away by the simplicity, watching the modules at night, thinking about products in the day, Devin and Katie were actually on their honeymoon when they launched their first products, and they started selling from their hotel room. 2 months later, they hit $10,000 a month. The next year, they hit $450,000 a month, and Katie was able to leave her job. Next year, Devin was able to quit that big CPA job as well. Now, what's amazing about this story is if you go ahead and look at the Inc. 5000 list. And for anyone that knows the Inc. 5000 list, drop a 5,000 in the chat box. So let me know what this is. The Inc. 5000 list is a list of the top 5,000 growing companies in America. And as you can see, Devin and Katie were able to rank in position 811 on the Inc. 5000 list for having a growth of 527% and generating $2.7 million in revenue. So if that's not proof enough, the next thing we have in addition to the online web class are the mentors. So the second thing you get access to within ASM is the ASM mentors. You need a team in this business. There's a lot of moving parts. And also you need to be surrounded by like-minded people. As you embark on this journey, people won't quite get what you're up to or get what you're doing. And you're going to need that support to build this business out and be successful. We have over 21 real experts, all multiple million-dollar sellers in their right, available to you within our community to answer any questions that you have, those specific questions that always come up when you're building a business specific to your scenario, maybe that analysis paralysis that you get as you build these businesses and build these brands up. Our mentors are there to help you break through those barriers and keep you on track, keep the momentum going, and give you all of the answers that you need in real time. On average, Each of our mentors sell $1.8 million every single year on Amazon. And as you can see here, here's a screenshot of one of our mentors' account. This is just one of them, doing over $3 million, $3.3 million last year on Amazon. So really, they're here to help you break through obstacles, get the correct answers fast, save time, and avoid mistakes. Anna, who you saw as in the introduction, is one of our mentors, was up to $400,000 a month until she sold her business very recently. And you can see very specific advice here. Increase 20 to 30 cents per hour until you see your ad. But then, until then, monitor it. Make sure you're okay with the performance and how much it's spending. So you can see a very, very specific action advice being given by our mentors. The third thing that you get access to when you become a member of ASM is the private members only community. It takes more than just tactics to be successful in this business. There's a lot of nuances and gray areas and things that are changing all the time. So we have the private members only community, which is very, very active and is full of all of our members, over 35,000 members taking place in this community. We have, from 138 countries, over 5,800 weekly interactions are going on in that community. You can spend hours in here just learning, getting answers to the information, the questions that you have to make the right decisions in your business and grow the business. And also the community is there for motivation and accountability. Being held accountable is an important part of success and growing your business, and your fellow ASM members will help you do that. You'll also find out the newest tactics and all the latest strategies that are working as people test in their businesses and come back to the community and share. It's a powerful thing having access to the insights of 30,000+ businesses as they are building out and growing their businesses also. The fourth thing that you get access to within Amazing Selling Machine is the private resource vault. There's over $10,000 of proven resources inside of this vault in value. These are the same suppliers and service providers that we all use in our businesses. Matt uses in his business. I use in our brands. We've done deals with all of these people, and you have access to them within our sort of Rolodex of contacts. There's over 61 resources currently available in that vault, and we're constantly updating it as we develop new relationships. This vault will save you time, money, and stress because you haven't to go start vetting the wrong service providers. Maybe you pick out a freight forwarder or you pick out a designer and they do a really bad job and it costs you the success of your product. When you become a member of ASM, you don't have to worry about that because we've already done that vetting process for you. We've tested these suppliers and these service providers, and you can be confident that when you work with them, you're going to get the result that you need on Amazon. Now, the fifth thing, and possibly one of the most powerful things that you get access to that really gives you an unfair advantage as a seller on Amazon, is the ASM software suite. So data is power, but data can also overwhelm. It's really important to be able to read and understand the market that you're selling in, how many reviews, the pricing, what the competitors are doing. But also that can be quite overwhelming if you don't understand how to interpret and read and apply that data. So we break down that overwhelm through a series of tools that only our members get access to. So we have a more detailed product opportunity finder. It gives data points that the free tools will not give you and gives you better insight into finding better products. We have the product analyzer that I'm very proud of. I was a part of the development on this, that will analyze the entire market for you, tell you the profit margins, tell you the ROI, tell you what it's going to look like to invest in this product, but also as well as that, it's going to tell you which product in your list of ideas is the best opportunity. This tool analyzes multiple different data points and tells you exactly which product to start with based on those data points. It really takes all the second guessing and the deciding out of it for you and literally just says, this is the best opportunity, go ahead and launch this product. You then get access to the perfect keyword tool. Now, as I've shown you, to find keywords, you can look at your competitors' titles, look through their bullet points and their descriptions, but then you have to test those keywords with advertising, and maybe you get that wrong. Maybe you choose the wrong keywords and you waste time and money targeting the wrong terms. With the perfect keyword tool that we've developed inside of the tool set, you don't have to worry about that because we've got over 9 million keywords, over 9 million data points, and lots of different sales data. And we can tell you exactly in the click of a button which keywords you should go and launch that product to. And that's all you do. You click a button, it gives you your keywords, and you move on in the process. We then have the Rapid Product Launcher known as HPUC. This platform is phenomenal at going ahead and getting those rebates for you. So you don't have to worry about pestering friends or using Facebook groups or managing that whole process. We have thousands of Amazon shoppers ready to go who are ready to receive your products, and the platform automatically takes care of refunding that order back to them. So all you have to do is add your credit into the platform, click start on your campaign, and you watch those orders come in and you watch your product get ranked on Amazon. So instead of having to stress about how you're going to get your product to show up, maybe it doesn't work, maybe you don't get enough friends to do it, the Rapid Product Launcher takes care of all of that for you in the click of a button. One of the most powerful capabilities is the ability to launch and rank any product on Amazon. That's what this platform does, and it gives our members extreme power and really a competitive edge over any other seller on Amazon. In addition to the ASM tool suite, the sixth thing that you then get as part of an amazing selling machine is the results coaching program. Myself, Matt, Mike, we all pay tens of thousands of dollars every single year to join mastermind programs, coaching programs, mentoring programs, because we know for us to continually grow in our personal journey, in our business, in our success, we need to be held accountable to someone. But in addition to being held accountable to someone, to our plan, and making sure that we actually do what we need to be doing, we also need to be given guidance and mentored by someone on the things that we should be doing. This is how we improve. We surround ourselves with people that are like-minded and who've been there and done what we're trying to do. So with our success coaching program, your ASM experts sort of results coach is there to hold you accountable and help you make the right decisions. If you're stuck one week in what you need to be doing next, you'll have a conversation with your expert coach and they will tell you the exact next thing that you need to be doing. They'll also check in on you and make sure that you're doing everything that you should be and you haven't started procrastinating, or maybe, you know, when you get inside your own head and you start questioning yourself. This whole team's objective is to make sure that you're on track and that you're generating the results that you need to be. So you get an onboarding call plus weekly check-ins. And the idea of this and the results that are coming through is that you get bigger, faster, easier success because we are literally holding your hand through that process. And that's why we set up the results coaching program. It's definitely not cheap to run. It's definitely not, it's not a light resource. It's a team of people making calls and chatting with you live to make sure that you're successful. And we're investing in your success because we know that all you need to do is follow and implement the training. And once you do, you will be successful in this business. So let's recap what's included with ASM. You get the online web class, you get the ASM mentor access, you get access to the private community, you get access to the private resource vault, over 61 resources, all tested and tried. You get the software suite, the ASM software suite that gives you that unfair advantage in the market, gives you access to data and insights that no one else has, and the ability to move quicker through less decision-making and more data-driven decisions. And you get the results coaching program. This really is everything that you need to be successful and everything you need to achieve that financial freedom, that location freedom that you're striving for within your own life. But what's really at stake here? Just 3 products selling 30 units per day is $1 million per year. But what if you only sold 10 a day of those 3 products? That's still $6,000 to $7,000 a month in profit. And what I'd like to know very quickly in the chat box is how much would you be looking to generate monthly to hit that sort of freedom number, to quit that 9 to 5? Drop me a number in the chat box and let me know what you believe that number to be. So Ricardo saying 10K, Leanne saying 10K, we've got Eloise, 5,000, 30,000, 10,000, 8,000, 5,000. So you can see how very quickly, if all you do is generate 10 sales per day, you're generating $6,000 to $7,000 per month in profit. Think what that would allow you to do. Think about quitting your 9 to 5. Think about the travel. Think about the time you could spend with family, your kids, your loved ones. Think about the people you can take care of around you. This is what this business is able to create when you take it seriously. So what would that $6,000 every single month give you in more freedom? So as we look through here, we got more results coming through. You can see here in that 1 month period, 521,000. We've got another member here showing $16,000 in 30 days. This member, Jamie, very, very proud of Jamie. In June of last year, 2020, Jamie was selling products that were nothing to do with COVID. It was not driven by the pandemic. I think it was in home and kitchen or household. It was like kitchen appliances. Jamie was able to generate $1 million in a single month. And you can see Jamie and his daughter there celebrating with the $1 million balloons. But that just goes to show what can be generated in this business. $1 million in a single month selling on Amazon. And these go on and on and on. We have success stories coming out. We have tons of success stories and coming through in our community, within our Facebook groups. You can see here, JF doing $50,000 in 30 days very quickly. And they just keep going on and on and on. $100,000 in 30 days. So ASM really is your program for success. You get the ASM online web class, you get the mentor program, access to the private community, the private resource vault, and the ultimate software tool suite. And if we were to assign a value to these items, the web class would be valued at $4,997. The mentor program, $3,497. Access to the private community, $1,997. The private resource vault, $1,497. And the software suite, an annual value of $2,997. That's a total value of $14,985 for everything that's included inside of ASM. But you're not going to pay $14,985 to join ASM here today. When you do join, the public price is $4,997, a one-time payment of $4,997 to get started right here with this business. And with that, there is a 100% money back guarantee, which means you can test everything in this. You can go through all of the training, you can access the community. And for the first 30 days, if for any reason it's just not for you, if for any reason you've decided this program isn't for me, we will give you a no questions asked money back guarantee. You simply email support@amazing.com, and Sonia, who's here on this training in the background, Sonia and her team will go ahead and process that refund for you. So the first 30 days, you get a complete 100% money back guarantee. But in addition to that, we've also gone a step further, and we've gone further than anyone else has in ensuring and supporting your success. And we've done that with the 2021 Success Agreement. So in addition to the 30-day money back guarantee, you're also going to get up to December of this year, December 2021, which is another, what's that, 7-8 months, to implement everything inside of Amazing Selling Machine, everything we teach you. And providing you meet the basic requirements, we will not only refund your ASM payments, we will also buy back up to $5,000 in any unsold inventory. This means you can literally build this business, test it, and try it on us. And providing you implement everything we teach you and you hit the milestones and you hit the deadlines on doing that, by December of this year, by the end of the year, if you still feel that this business isn't for you for whatever reason, we'll not only refund your ASM payments, whatever payments you've made to date, we'll also buy back up to $5,000 in unsold inventory. And a question we always get is, Dan, have you ever had to do that? And the answer is yes, we have done this a few times. We do have a few people who decide that being an entrepreneur is not for them, or for whatever reason, something comes up in life and they need to stop. We have done this. But for the most part, of course, we don't have to, because everyone who follows the training and implements the business generates the results that we've shown you here today. No one else goes this far in ensuring your success. And when you become a member of ASM, you get access to the 2021 Success Agreement. But that's not all. That is not all. We've gone even further with this. The full value of ASM is $14,985. The public price of ASM is currently $4,997. But when you join ASM today, here, live on this training, you are going to save $1,000, and you can access ASM for a one-time payment of $3,997. That's $1,000 off the price of ASM and the best price that you will ever get for joining ASM. That's $1,000 more that you can spend on your product inventory. That's one payment, lifetime access, free updates for life to get going and completely change the direction, the course of your life and your goals that you're working towards. And with that, if you are looking for a payment plan, we also have a payment plan available. And yes, you're still saving the $1,000. So if you're on a budget or maybe you want to break this down, you can get going with ASM today, right now. As soon as we get finished here, you get instant access to the program and the community for a payment now of $1,998.50. And then in a month's time, a second payment of $1,998.50. And if you do the math on that, that equals $3,997. We're not charging a premium for that, and you still save the $1,000. So you can start today for one payment of $1,998, and you can get into the training. And as soon as you do, you've got that 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. So you can go through as much of the training as you can. And if it's not for you, then you can go ahead, email support, and we'll issue that refund. And not only that, you also benefit from the 21 Success Agreement, where you get to build this business on us until December of this year. And for any reason it's not for you, we'll go ahead, refund the payments, and buy back up to $5,000 in unsold inventory. This offer does expire on March 22nd. Good job, I remembered that date. This offer does expire on March 22nd at 11:59 p.m. PST. So please go ahead and make a note of that, as you will not be able to access the success bonus past that date. We got talking to Damon and his team and asked them, what else could we do? What could we do with everything sort of within our power to set you up for success? We said, Damon, look, we can go further than this. What else can we do to set everyone up for success? And Damon came back with more than we thought he would. You'll also get full access to the full curriculum of Damon on Demand. This is 13 modules of business training from the shark himself. With this and ASM, you are really setting yourself up for success and will avoid all of those costly business mistakes that you can make when starting a business. Currently, if you go to the Damon on Demand website, you can see that currently this is priced at $1,500. It's valued at $2,500, but currently you can access Damon John on Demand for $1,595. But when you join ASM today, here live on this training, you're going to get it 100% free and included with your ASM membership. We've never done this before, and it's access to all of Damon's best training on building a business. And if you've ever seen Damon John talk or seen anything he does with Shark Tank, you know he knows how to build businesses. So that's an additional bonus that Damon and his team have added in to this special offer when you join ASM here today. So what we've covered your blueprint to financial freedom in 2021, which is planning your roadmap, choosing your first product, sourcing it, launching it, scaling your brand, and why you must act now, because the opportunity on Amazon is now. We are in the perfect storm of e-commerce growth, and we've given you access to join ASM and create your own success with $1,000 off the price, the 2021 success bonus, and all of those additional bonuses, including the fast action bonus for people live on the call of the $1,000 inventory contribution. But ultimately, when we talk about freedom, and this is something Matt really installed in me, yes, we talk about financial freedom. Yes, we talk about lifestyle freedom and being able to travel while working and generating income. But ultimately, what freedom comes down to is the ability to choose. I think what the pandemic has done for all of us is made us realize that the freedom of choice is the most precious and powerful thing that we have in life. And you can take that power into your own control through building a business that funds your life, that makes you not dependent on anyone else. And that's the benefit that all of our members have. We have the freedom of choice because we're not dependent on anyone to live our life